Okay, guys. Good to have you guys here. I apologize for the issues. It was really messy, and I can tell that we tried this earlier today. It actually worked. Everything was nice and smooth, and then all of a sudden tonight is just so messy. I don't know why, but hey, we can always find better options, because the thing is we cannot afford to begin to give up when things don't go our way. We just find options and we make things work. Right, so straight to the class. Once I'm done, I'll upload it straight, and then I'll let you guys know. All right, so we're going to be talking about copywriting. We're going to be talking about email marketing. We're going to be talking about Facebook ads. Rather, we're going to be talking about Google ads, and then also YouTube ads. All right, so we'll talk about these things as brief as we can, because it's important that we understand the concepts and how it works, and once we are good enough, we can just carry on and then work things with these things. All right, so we'll take a portion of it today and then a portion tomorrow. If tomorrow is still the same, I'll just do this sort of recording, and then I'll also send so that we can all download and watch. So it should just be 2 sessions, all right, because I wouldn't want to bamboozle with so many things. All right, so but let's get started. So what is copywriting? Copywriting is a process of writing advertising promotional materials. Copywriters are responsible for the text on brochures, those texts you see on brochures, those texts you see on billboards, those ones you see on websites and emails, those ones you see in sales pages, on sales letters, those ones you see on advertisements, catalogs, and all of those things. Basically, it's a writing that is put together to make people buy stuff. So when you see writings that are put together to make people buy stuff, they are not just ordinary writings. They are writings that are really written with persuasion as the motive behind it. So it's working on the human psychology, and it's also working with words. The copywriter must have a way with words. It's also working with words, miracle words, amazing words that they call magic words. Such words that make you want to buy something, like saying shocking, like saying little known secrets, like saying stuff like reviewed, like saying stuff like amazing, things like that. So like saying some stuff like available, just only available for 48 hours. Now we cannot tell you outrightly that some of those things are false. Some of those things are real, because when a copywriter tells you it's only available for 48 hours, and you come back and do not see it after, you still see it after 48 hours, you feel, oh, this copywriter is not one to write home about. But a copywriter who knows his onions can tell you that it's available for just 48 hours, and it will be 48 hours. So it's more of using strategies and human psychology to actually ensure that you work on the client's mind, you work on the client's psyche to be able to sell stuff. All right, so that's what copywriting is. Now there are up to 17 foundational principles to copywriting and a lot more, and you can find a whole lot of books on copywriting. You can find a lot of mentors on copywriting. You can find a lot of strategies on copywriting. Now if you are going to start with copywriting, what you will do is find Gary Hilbert's books. Okay, find his books and then read them. Okay, if I can drop a link for you in the description below for his books, I will do that. If I can't, I will just find a way to share it with you. All right, so that's the foundation. That's where you start, and then we'll move on to other things. Okay, now you can't go to school for 4 years, come out and find that after school there's actually no job out there, and the things you studied in school. For instance, now we know people who did chemical science and probably never entered the lab more than 5 times. There are people who did chemistry in school and did not enter the lab more than once. There are people who did science courses in school, and when they entered the lab, they told them things are spoiled, and that was the only time they entered the lab. I'm talking about universities, not just secondary schools. Okay, so if you have spent 4 years to learn stuff that after you graduated you could not even get a job with those stuff, then would it be wrong for you to take some 3 weeks, some 4 weeks to learn copywriting very well and be able to earn money with it? Copywriters are paid as much as $1,000 or even $3,000 per job. Okay, so how to get there is what I'll be revealing to you. All right. So what are the principles? Now there are lots of principles, so we'll just talk about 5 here. Okay. 1, principle of fear. Now one thing a copywriter will do is scare the hell out of you. Sometimes it scares you. For instance, now it tells you that the 10 people who do these things die before the age of 50, and then you reels out those things, and then you are doing those 10 things. Okay, that's a way to get into your head. All right. So it also offers a specific recommendation for overcoming the fear aroused by the aroused threat. So I'll be using a health product to do most of the samples here, okay, because we can't use every sample. But when you begin to hear these things, you will realize, you will know how it relates to your brand, and you'll be able to work with it. So a specific recommendation for overcoming the fear aroused threat. So for instance, now it tells you 10 reasons, 10 things you do that will make you die before the age of 50, and you realize you are doing those 10 things. The next step in step 2 is to actually recommend something that will be able to help you to overcome those 10 things you are doing, though you've done them before. For instance, now you smoke, you will be able to recommend a product that will make sure that your liver, or is it the liver or kidney is spoiled now when you smoke, you make sure that liver is repaired. That's a strategy. For instance, now you smoke, it tells you that eating a chocolate would cure this liver or something, and then he has been able to recommend a specific way for you to overcome it. Then he recommends an action that is perceived and as effective for reducing the threat. Okay, so it will tell you sleep better, all of those things. So you see that then the message recipient begins to believe that he or she can perform those recommended actions. For instance, it tells you to sleep well, you can perform that. All right, you can sleep well. Of course, you know that there are a few also here and there, but if you realize that life is on the brink, you sleep well. Okay, so now it also makes it fear specific and widespread. For instance, now health products in this time would actually be specific and widespread in addressing the fear, because the fear is widespread and the fear is specific. What's the specific? Death rather. So it's specific, so it addresses those issues like that. Then we go to principle 2. Now you could also use ego. For instance, I could tell you that, would you want somebody else to take care of your wife? Would you want somebody else to tell you that you were not an old man enough to take care of your children, and that's why you left the house? Do you understand? Stuff like that. Would you want somebody else to take charge of the home you have already built? Okay, now even in real estate you could also use it. You could also, by the time you use imagery in real estate, or imagery even in health products, and begin to show you happy families in health products, it begin to show you buildings that suit you. For instance, you are the clients, you have a high taste, because real estate is about a lot of money, and it begins to show you images that fit your taste, that fits the taste of a rich man. All right, so ego is aroused there. Now selling is all about emotions, and what the copywriter does is to take advantage of that. Now there's something we call credibility by osmosis. All right, so for instance, now you sell real estate, and then you begin to use somebody like Bill Gates to advertise your real estate products. You begin to use, what are the celebrities now? Use G Mike, for instance, to advertise your real estate products. It denotes authority. People begin to agree and begin to recognize, and accept the brand because of the person behind it. Or you are in the health niche. How about using a scientist in a lab coat who is recommending your product? All right, so that makes a lot of sense. Now there's a principle called the 6 weapons, or the 6 weapons of influence. We talked about it earlier. We said it's about persuasion and about influence. So these 6 methods are shortcuts to persuasion. Now if you know these things, like we mentioned here, you can actually go ahead and work with these things. All right, so but you ought to also know more. Okay, you also know more. So that's why we talked about the Gary Hebert books, and then we can also recommend a few books for you as well. Now the power of peer influence is something else. Sometimes you just feel like I'm not buying this thing. Then you see a lot of people buying it. You see a lot of people buying it already. That's the power of peer influence. The copywriter can show you that a lot of people are buying it. Now the balance theory, like you see a model, and then you want to actually, model yourself after that which you have seen. Do you understand? Now, for instance, now you've been able to get the person to like you because what you are saying is actually in line with helping the person. You've created a model for the person, more like what the person wants to be like, and then the person say, wow, okay, I like you already, take my money. So there's a liking between you and the reader. All right, so there's authority too. You are cracking the code of credibility. You are credible. You're beginning to speak like an authority in the field that the person is reading on. Okay, so once you are speaking with such authority and such power, people begin to say that this guy is good. He knows what you're saying. It's more like the story of the Bible where they said that who gave you authority over us? We're talking to just because they realized that he was speaking with so much authority, and so that's it. Now, sometimes when you are so good at giving the user benefits, a lot of benefits in your copy, when you're writing the copy and giving the user a lot of benefits, they say what comes around. The person wants to reciprocate the gesture. Okay, he wants to reciprocate the gesture. He sees that you've been able to take your time. He wants to reciprocate the gesture. It's like you doing something for someone. The person feels he owes you. All right, so that's another thing. Now, commitment and consistency in what you are saying is also key. And then sometimes it's important that you let the clients know or the reader know that your product you're advertising now will not last forever. It won't be there next year, it won't be there next week, and use it genuinely. If you don't mean it, don't use it. If you mean it, use it. Why am I saying that? For instance, now if somebody comes to your page and sees that you're advertising a product and you say that it ends on so the June 1st, the offer, and it comes on June 2nd and still sees it there, he takes it for granted. But if it comes to June 1st and he sees that the offer ends, he can't buy it again. The next time he sees you offer something, he will be able to buy it and say, okay, guy, let me buy what this man is selling, so that he will quickly take advantage of it. Now, principle 5, which is where we will stop because there's a whole lot. But we'll stop at principle 5. Now, the 6 weapons of influence, the shortcut to persuasion. We've talked about that was the principle 4, right? That was the principle 4. Okay, so let's just limit it to 4 principles there. Okay, let me read 4 principles there. Maybe I would put the principle 5 in the comment section. All right, so email marketing. Now, sometimes we will not do too much of theory. We'll just go straight to it. Copywriting is about writing basically, so I can't begin to type and write for you, but go through what I have said, understand it, and apply it to what you are selling. Okay, now there are many email marketing softwares as regards email marketing. There are lots of them, a whole lot of them. There's Aweber, there's GetResponse, there's SendGrid. There are a lot of them too. There are a whole lot. Okay, so there are many of them. Now, so if you run ads, for instance, and you run ads to an opt-in page, okay, let me show you what an opt-in page looks like. Okay, this is an opt-in page. Let me show you an opt-in page. Okay, so this is it. This is what an opt-in page looks like. I'm clicking this so it will show up. Okay, so this is what an opt-in page looks like. Okay, I want it to show up, and it's being slow, but you can see it here. Okay, this is it. You can probably see it here. So this is a book on content marketing. The guy is selling. It tells you why you should buy it. Okay, it tells you why you should buy the book. Okay, let me see. Okay, this is an opt-in page. You see, this is an opt-in page. Now, you probably know by now how important being on social media is when trying to build awareness and stand out from your competition. Now, it shows you that there's a lot of competition doing it. It uses the pair here as well. So in this ebook we will, and another thing to use here, let me just give you this as principle 5. Another thing to use here is use you a lot. In copywriting, use you a lot. The word you, use you a lot. You are here because you need to benefit from this. You know that your health is not you know that your health is not top notch. There are things you are doing that you do not like, and you know that those things can hinder your well-being. You are now at a crossroads and you cannot get better anymore. But today we are giving you strategies to help you get better, help you live better, help you be stronger, help you have the energy of a child, even if you are 20, even if you are 70, help you work better, help you rest better, help you live better, help you be free from diabetes, help you be free from mention the things they fear. All right, so you keep using you a lot. All right, so that's upsell. So this is an upsell page. Okay, so where you drop your first name, your last name, email address, and website URL. But sometimes, most times, it's just a first name and a last name. All right, it's just a first name and a last name. So that's what most people just ask for. So that's an upsell page. So once you drop those things on an upsell page, and then you set an responders, like 7 days responders, so that people can be able to see what you are about and what you are offering to them. All right, so we will get into that right away. Okay, so I hope that this internet works better now, because you saw now that it was just slow, but it can't hinder us. It can't hinder us. So I'll try to go to Aweber and show us a few things. Okay, I'll show us a few things from Aweber. I don't use Aweber anymore, really. I don't, because there are cheaper alternatives. So, but of course, as an entrepreneur, you are looking for how to get more profits. All right, so the people who use it and it works for them, there's nothing bad about that. All right, so you can create a message here. You can go to aweber.com and sign up, or go to anyone you just and sign up. Send grid, get response, elastic mail. There are lots of them. So go to the one which page and sign up. So you see what I was saying, the internet again, yet again. All right, so you see it's asking me for a card. I don't use it anymore. So, but let's see if it will go through here, so we can show us the samples. Okay, so you can create an email, drop and build. You do that. You can create Dropbox, more like the MailChimp kind of thing. Many of us are conversant with MailChimp. All right, so you can do that here. The internet is just messing us up. Okay, so you can do that here. Begin to drop images here. Begin to drop buttons here, and begin to type what you want to type. Begin to talk to people, and when you are done, you save and exit. All right, so let me go to something I created while I was using it. Okay, while I was using it, let me create something I created while I was using it. Okay, so sign up forms. Okay, I'll go to sign up forms. I'll show us a few things about sign. I can't show us everything here because it's going to make the video too long, and I don't want you to be bored. Okay, I don't want you to sleep while I'm doing this. Okay, so that's there was how to create a campaign. You could even create a campaign with HTML editor or plain text. Okay, so let me open that in a new tab so that these things will not waste our time. Time is precious, so we could do that, and then we could also do campaigns. So let me go to campaigns. Okay, so I'll show us now. Campaigns are how to create an autoresponder. All right, so that's how to create an autoresponder. Now, truth is that these things are easily navigatable, if that's correct. It's easily navigatable. You can actually easily navigate all of these things. Okay, so but I'm just showing us Aweber. Okay, so I don't use it anymore, so you see what's there, you see. So but you can create a sign up form under a list. You can create a sign up form, and when you're creating a sign up form, that's the form you will input on your web page. I will show us the web design and all of that tomorrow, because this tutorial alone will be too much for that. Okay, so this is it here. It's under the list here, so you put it here, and then you go to step 2. The web page you want to create, you can name it anything. Let's just leave it as web form. Then you can go here, and then you say, okay, you want to do, once people come in and they submit their emails, the first message you want to send them is a welcome message. Okay, or you don't want, if you don't want, you do this. If you want, you leave it like that. Okay, so let's just leave it like that, assuming we want. Okay, so you come here, and then okay, so sorry, I have to go back and save the form. All right, yeah, that's true. So go here, save form. Now after saving the form, I go to step 3. Okay, now this is where I'll pick this thing. I can say I will install the form myself. So this is where I pick the code to use to install the form. It can be an HTML code, it can be JavaScript code, depends on the one you can input. So let's copy this, assuming we want to use this code. Okay, so we copy it and then we'll now paste it on the web page. Now tomorrow I'll be showing us how to paste on the web page. So for the sake of tomorrow, I'll just keep this notepad. Okay, I'll keep this notepad. I'll keep this notepad here. I'll keep this notepad here. Alright, so I'll keep here for the sake of tomorrow. Okay, so great stuff there. So let me now show us what after installing the page and all that. Now what happens is that when people sign up, let me see if this page, if I have not deleted this page, let me see if I have not deleted this page. If it's still there, I'll show us what happens when people sign up. Okay, so this is a web page I created, all right, and then if it's still there, if I've not deleted it, it will show up. The network is terrible. Wow, I just don't like this. It's messed us up there. It wants to mess us up here, but it will not work. Okay, so yeah, this is it. Okay, okay, I didn't put it here anymore, but yeah, this is it. So this is the scarcity. Okay, great. So it's still there. So this is scarcity. Okay, this is scarcity. All right, so once you put your name, your last name, email address, it takes us to another page. Why does it take us to another page? I will show us why now. Okay, so let me show us why. This is out. Of course, you remember what I showed you earlier. I was showing you. Let me wait on. Let me show you the other thing I was going to show you first before I come back there and start explaining that. Okay, so we've explained to this point. I hope you can remember. You don't need to save anything. Once you copy the code, put it on the web page, and that's it. Even how to put it on the web page, I can show us here. Right now. This page was built with something we call Insta Builder. Okay, so let me just show us here now how to put the code on the web page since we are already here. So I'll just show us. This page was built on Insta Builder. So I'll show us how to build with Insta Builder and all that. We'll see that in the next video tomorrow. This video is already getting longer. We're not yet halfway, but hey, we'll just be fast about it. We'll be fast about it, and we'll upload this to YouTube, and then I'll see your comments. Okay, I'll see your comments. All right, great. So but this one is still rolling, so let me just, the internet is terrible. Okay, so let me just show us some stuff here. Okay, let me show us some stuff here. List settings. Okay, great. So from list settings here, okay, we come here. You can see the name, the email address I'm using. I've inputted them here. You can see how I inputted them. I'm just not going to start afresh so that we would. You see, if I was just going to stop there, I'll just click save settings, but I won't do that. I'll go here again and I'll see. You can see web URL, you know, stuff like that, and then I come here, confirmation message. Okay, you can see now. Look at this now. Once the person signs up, it takes them here. Once the person signs up on this page where I was showing you earlier, it's still rolling. It takes them, you know, to this URL, and takes them to this URL. That's how I did it. So I did that and I click savings. So you can look at that when you open your Aweber, and you'll be able to do that easily. Okay, so we've talked about that. Now I told you earlier that there is a 7-day automation. How did we do that? We did that here. So what we did was, you know, let's say this is a campaign. Now you can create a campaign here. This is a campaign. Okay, so we click on it, it's open, and we begin to say this is a message I want to create. Okay, I do this. This is a message. Now I say, okay, this is a message. Send this message. Wait 1 day. Wait 1 day. After 1 day, send another message. Okay, so I put the message. I create the message in here, and then I type everything I need to type. Create the message. Whether this type everything I need to type. You will just open like this page 2 when I click this, and then I type everything I need to type, and I save it. And then once I save it, I do another one, wait for, you know, 7 days, and then it waits for 7 days, then I do another message again. Okay, so and once I'm done with all of those things, I save them. Okay, I save them, and they will be under that list, this particular list, because I am still working under the list. Okay, so that's that for that. Okay, so if you're not getting it, if I'm too fast, just pause and rewind, and you'll get it. Okay, so I've explained what this is, I've explained what this is, I've explained this is what this is. I was going to explain this, but still slow. So I was working on this site, maybe, I don't know, and I thought we wouldn't have it anymore, but this is what I'm supposed to teach you tomorrow. But I just want to show you how to input the URL so that you know exactly what's going on. But maybe we can make that tomorrow. But that's that for email marketing. Now, once you are able to get to this Aweber and sign up an account with them, you can actually navigate through. Now, Aweber will do $19 per month for 500 contacts. Okay, $19 per month for 500 contacts. Once you have more than 500 contacts, they will charge you as it suits. You can find Aweber charges. Just Google Aweber charges, you will find them. The Aweber pricing, you find it. Okay, so when this finishes rolling, we will upload what we need to upload. Okay, but if we can't do that tonight, we'll do that some other time, maybe tomorrow. Okay, but for now, let's just okay. Now let me just put in a opt-in form here. Let me put in an opt-in form here. Okay, great. I put in an opt-in form, and then I click this. Okay, so HTML code, and I put this. Okay, so once I put that, you see that what I have done is to process. Okay, to process it. That's it. So once I'm done and I feel it's good enough for me, I just click save. Okay, so but because I no longer use Aweber, I won't save it, so I removed it. I just did that for purpose of showing you. So that's it with email marketing. Okay, so walk through, navigate through. Now, fear is a terrible thing. Don't encourage fear. You walk through this, you will get it. Okay, so if you have any questions after walking through it, just chat me in the group. All right, and then I'll be able to help with that. Okay, so next we go on to YouTube and Google advertising. Okay, so I would try to do this in another tab. Okay, I'll come in as guest. Okay, and see where we can get this going through, or going from, rather. Which one is correct? Going through, or going from, or going to? Which of them, whichever of them is correct, will work with it. Okay, so I'll just put in I'll put in this email address. I also do real estate, I also do real estate, and so this is one of the email addresses I use. Okay, so I will just I hope I remember the password of this email address. Okay, I think I will try. Okay, perfect. So yeah, it goes through. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so ads.google.com. Boom. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so alright, so it brings me here. Let's just see, sign in, start now. I'm signed in, am I not? Okay, now let's say it's a new Google Ads account. Alright, so let's say we are looking at want to try the Google keywords too. Remember I told you about the Google keywords too? Yeah, so the Google keywords too. So assuming we're doing health niche, health niche perhaps. Okay, so this is the again the internet is messing me up. I don't know what this is. Okay, so let's say get more calls, that's what I'm doing. Get more website visits, that's what I'm doing. Or I'm doing get more visits to physical location. But let's just do this one. Okay, so I do that and I click next. Okay, so let's do website name. Let me assume it's adeyemibadmus.com that I want to advertise. Okay, business name, sorry, business name, Adeyemi, let's say green push solutions. Okay, solutions. Okay, so we'll go next. Okay, all keywords too. Okay, so let me beg the internet though. Okay, so let's go. I'm not bit anything on this domain though, but let's see how it goes. Yeah, I thought as much. Okay. So I want to sign in to it afresh. That's the Google keywords too. I'm just trying to use one bird to kill two stones here. Okay, so let's see. Find new customers in rich radius. Let's see, I'm looking for okay, that's radius, and then specifics area. I put Nigeria alone. Nigeria alone is good. I don't want to do too much. And then I move to next. Okay, so it's asking me to set up keywords. Alright, so I could set up keywords here and still be wrong. Okay, but what do I want to do? I want to be able to ensure that the keywords I set up are right for me and they will deliver. So that's why okay, so it's asking me for the code. No. Okay, so I'll do the keywords in the other thing because my phone is not listening. So but let's assume these are my keywords, okay, that I want to use. I'll do the keywords in the other. So let's just assume now this is the kind of ad you run when you visit. For instance, now you say shoes online. Okay, shoes online. You can run adverts like this. These are some of the adverts like this. So they show here. Okay, these ads that show here can also be this same adverts here too. So let's do and let's show us. Okay, so let's do here head buy. Okay, so you can see what's there. That's what we're having here. Okay, so we do amazing things. I'm just typing stuff. I'm just typing stuff. Okay, so now what does that mean? For instance, now you do health. Okay, so let's shorten this to amazing health. Okay, let's shorten this and then we'll go to the description one. Get well fast. So I'm just these are not what I would type when I'm doing an advert normally. Okay, but I'm just doing this for the sake of this ad. Alright, so we go to next. Okay, so I've not typed it. Okay, so we'll set this up here. That's how to get started. then you put your budget, and then you put your pricing. Okay, so that's that for that. You put your budget, you put your price, and those are the kind of ads I show you. Now what this means, look at the type choose online. That means the persons who click this advert are not just random persons, they are persons who exactly are looking for what you have to sell. You know, they are looking for what you have to sell. This is an ad, this is paid. Once I click, they will be charged. Once I click, they will be charged. Once I click, they will be charged. So it's people who are actually looking for what you sell, you know, that will find this. Okay, so it's really good when you're able to do that kind of ad, because people, this is kind of AdWords we're talking about. People who are looking for what you are selling will find this. Okay, so let me go back and see how we can access this through here. ads.google.com. okay, ads.google.com. okay, so we can leave that page and then come here. Okay, so this should be able to take us to where we want to go to. Okay, so we are signed in with my Gmail account. Okay, so my Gmail account. So this is, I'm just going to close this. So you see, the internet is just messing things up. I'm just tired of this internet. But well, we are still making progress, aren't we? So you guys will say, what kind of internet do I use? I use Intel, and it's quite fast. You know, you can't use unlimited accounts that's not fast. Okay, so okay, so what I will do is I'll probably upload one of my recorded sessions on it. Tonight's internet is something else, so I'll upload one of my recorded sessions on it for you. So probably one, that instead of one video to 1 or 2 or 3 videos, so you have them and you can watch. Okay, and you can watch, so that you watch that on Google Ads and YouTube Ads. Okay, so I'm still trying to see, before I conclude on doing that, why it's not showing up. Okay, I'm not going to click Google Keyword Planner. Let me do this. Okay, so okay, so let me just see if it's not going to. Let me see if I can do something on YouTube, if that would go through. Okay, ads.youtube.com. so we'll do that, and you just basically walk through it. Okay, so let's see this one. If we go through, if it goes through, we'll work with it. If it doesn't, I'll just upload out that video. Okay, so it's after you've done that formal kind of ad we did that you can actually make progress to get to this level. Okay, so alright, this is for YouTube. Okay, this is for YouTube. It's showing me for YouTube, and that's not what I want. That's not what I want. So you see the YouTube platform, so you can always work with this one rather. You can always work with this one. Just put in your video URL. Video must have been uploaded to YouTube before. Put in your video URL, it previews it on this page. Then you go on, you click continue, put the location, people you want to target, where are they? Okay, then you put in your audience, select who you want to show your ad to, put in your budget, and then why is it showing like this? It's because of the internet. Look at the way it's showing. Okay, so it's frustrating enough tonight. This is still rolling, for crying out loud. Okay, so it's still rolling. Still rolling. Okay, so let me see if we can have some bit of help here. Okay, so then we come to, so what we did earlier was ask.youtube.com. It brought us here, okay, and then I click on start. I clicked on start now, and then it brought us here. Okay, so you can singularly create YouTube ads like that. You can also do here as well. And also do here. And also do here. Oh yeah, so let's go back here. Okay, so once you are here, you are able to still rolling, man, still rolling. Oh there, still rolling. So we are here. It's asking me for the payment method. I think that's what I did. Okay. So here we are. Okay, I've built my audience, done the ad and the budget review here, but I'm still on this page here. So I want to actually go back a little so I can teach you what we did here, and then if the internet allows us, we will. If it 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 doesn't, we won't. Okay, I hope it does. Go back. Okay, click back. Okay, click back. All right, so let's say these are the keywords I inputted. Okay, inputted these keywords. I get in here and then putted these words here, as you can see. So you can always input this, as you can see. So you can see what to do, just like what we did earlier there, but it won't launch us as fast. We'll be going down. We did earlier, won't launch us as fast. We're going here. Okay, so as you can see here. All right, so you can always edit your budget here. All right, so let's just see. Okay, so then you click on here. All right, so this for YouTube adverts. I've created some tutorials before. Perhaps I'll just show you those ones. All right, so because the internet is just messing things up tonight, I won't be able to show you too much, but as you can see how it goes here, you can just tweak and walk around it. Okay, well, we'll be able to show you some others perhaps much later. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Just let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this tutorial tonight. Let's see how it goes. Tomorrow we'll be running. Tomorrow is the biggest of them all. Like your boss will say that so more like that. It means that it's a big masquerade that comes out last. So tomorrow we'll be doing Facebook ads, we'll be doing affiliate marketing, we'll be doing information marketing, and we'll be doing website design. So tomorrow is going to be top notch. Don't miss it for anything. Okay, don't miss it for anything. Okay, so if I could upload some of the videos we've done before for you, I will, but for this tonight, it's just the internet is just messing this up, and we've taken longer than I wanted already. Okay, so thumbs up, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. All right, thanks.